Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Plapper Platypus's name, and welcome to me talking about Pal Worlds while we walk around. So, as of now, I currently have 15 hours into the game, I think. Let me just double check here. Let me go to my library, Pal World. I currently have 13.4 hours. So, apologize for being in this world. It was just me and my friend playing the whole time, so I don't have a solo world to go into, which is one of the negatives of the games. The character is tied to the world. But that's not that important. Anyway, I'm just going to kind of give you my first impressions, and I just have the game on so we can talk about it and walk around while I do it. So I'm going to be honest here. When I started Pal World, let's hit escape. Maybe that pauses the game. It doesn't matter. When I started this game, a few people commented that I should try this game out, and I went to the store page, and this is the very first picture I saw. I was out, incredibly out. I was like, okay, this is a really bad, dumb game. I thought that this was like a scam. To me, this looked like edgy and weird, and like this was like, oh, this is what people like. You see this right here, guns shooting a mammarist. You're like, oh, this is like some sort of edgy Pokemon, or it's like what Kingdom Hearts fans or Sonic fanfic. It just felt like some sort of really weird thing to me. I judged it really harshly, I'll be honest. Because it's Pokemon with guns. I was like, who wants that? No one wants Pokemon with guns. That's very stupid. Here's the thing though. It's not stupid. It's stupid, but you know what? The game's fucking fun, man. I've been having a really good time with this game. Like, I was so negative on it, but it's just, hey buddy, how you doing? This guy will kill the shit out of me. This game's got the right level. I'm sorry. Calm down. Of like, there's just like a lot of positives and a lot of what am I trying to say? The game has a lot of really, really good design decisions. On top of it just being kind of fun to walk around and explore and to catch Pokemon, just like you would expect in Pokemon. It's got relatively good. The combat's really fun. Probably the most fun combat I've ever played in a survival game like this, because it's like live action Pokemon battles. And that's freaking badass. And also you can start automating a lot of things, have your Pokemon do all the hard work for you so you can go out on an adventure and explore and catch more Pokemon, stuff like that. But just a lot of the moment-to-moment decisions are really, really good. You get to always kind of feel like you're exploring and discovering new things and like, oh, cool, look at this Pokemon, look at that Pokemon. We're not going to be able to check out the base building that much here. I mean, we guess we can in a sense, but like there's a lot of... This is lifted a lot of ideas from other games, right? Like a combination with like the stat point system and technology system. This is just Arc, right? Exactly Arc. Even the guilds probably to an extent are just Arc. However, it does obviously have the Pokemon element, or the PAL element, where you get all these pals and you have 5 of them with you and they have different passives and they have their attacks as they level up. But then it's kind of got the Breath of the Wild with the glider, and like when you go to an area, it even has similar sound effects of like boom, 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 boom. And then to an extent, even the towers. So there's like a lot of stuff from a lot of genres kind of shoved in here. But the thing is, that's not a negative thing. If they take the best stuff from these games and you combine it into one, it makes it good, There's just a lot of... I know I'm starting to repeat myself, but overall, my impressions of the game are just very positive. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. So if you wanted an open world Pokemon game, this might be the only multiplayer open world Pokemon game you're ever gonna get, to be completely honest. Like they have the new Pokemon game, but it's like a real time Pokemon battle experience. I mean, this game is fucking got it, man. It's kind of like, it seemed so memeable, and it is memeable in a sense, but it's also it just works. I don't know how to describe it beyond that. Like, it just is a game that it absolutely does what it needs to do well. Yes, there's guns in the game. Yes, you can get Pokemon, but there's so much fun things. This game has got a whimsical, cute Pokemon nature. You catch your Pokemon, you go battle, and you go on an adventure with them. But there's a lot of darkness to it, right? Just the right level, right? You could butcher the Pokemon later for their meat. You harvest them for their resources, right? You can, it's like, it's a combination of this really cute, but also like this kind of gritty, real, like, all right, well, we're survival and these are the monsters, right? The monsters, like, they're evil. Like, they're not evil in a sense where they're malice, but they're just wild animals, and they will just try to kill you. You know, a lot of wild animals out there in the world, they'll eat you. You know, maybe they'll let you stand near them, but the second you try to get into their zone or they feel threatened, right? They got no feelings for you, right? They're just trying to survive. And I don't know what else I could say about the game. I didn't have anything written out, but I mean, this game initially, just after, I was so against it. Like, I saw it and I was like, this game looks like a scam. It looks like it's probably not even real, and even if it is real, it's probably dog shit. Because there's been a lot of those games coming out recently that are just like not very good. But after playing it, it's fun. It's got a good combat system. I enjoy the crafting. I love the exploration, finding new Pokemon. I mean, it's a little wonky, a little janky in some aspects. There's definitely some things they kind of need to fix in the early access. It's been out in early access for like 2 days, right? It's still a brand new game, but my goodness, I'm impressed. Thoroughly impressed after actually playing this game. It's been a really, really wonderful time, and I don't know how many hours of content, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's like 20, 30 hours of content at the low end, and then depending on how deep, you know, and how developed the late game is, there could be hundreds of hours of content. One of the biggest criticisms I have of this game is the character being tied to the world. Because if I wanted to go and, like, let's say I build my whole world and I get everything automated and then I want to go do PvP, unless I started in a PvP world, I can't do that, right? Like, you have to be in a server with a bunch of people already. And I kind of would like to, like, this is what I liked about Valheim. Me and my friend would play, and then when he got offline, I would take my character with all of his gear and I would log into a new, you know, my own solo world, and I'd continue playing there. And even if I was a little bit behind, because I had my leveled gear and stuff, I'd be able to just catch up pretty fast. And so not being able to carry my Pokemon or my gear is kind of a bummer, I would say, for sure. But still, it's been a freaking wonderful experience. And it's free on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, which most people probably do at this point, you know, everyone's got a subscription service at this point for games, it seems like. It's very worth playing. My friend who doesn't like Pokemon very much, or like at all, he's been having a fucking wonderful time with this game. And it just kind of checks all the right boxes in a way I didn't think. It's a lot like Ark, but with the really good aspects, where Ark is like, yeah, you could tame dinosaurs, you can catch dinosaurs and use them for this thing, but it's a fucking process. It could take like 6-7 hours to tame one dinosaur, and then you become have a much easier time of it. And this is like the opposite. This is like, hey, catch hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of monsters. Don't stop catching monsters. Just go freaking crazy. And it's fun. And they make it a very easy, seamless process. And then they have the really hard ones to get. It's still a short process, but it could be difficult. Like that. Anyway, I could talk about this game all day. I'm probably not going to make content for it. It's just not something that I think you guys want to see. We'll tell how good. If this video does incredibly well, then I will. If it doesn't do incredibly well, which I suspect it won't, then I'll probably just start making content once the new Yakuza comes out, which I'm very excited for. Anyway, much love per platypus is per platypus. Hope you like my initial first impressions on the game. And I think to sum it up, impressed and unexpectedly optimistic about this game and its future. Anyway, much love. Peace out. Bye.